Better Call Saul's penultimate episode is full of surprises and emotional haymakers, from updating viewers on what Kim has been up to in the years since her separation from Jimmy to Gene's scheme hitting a major roadblock. There's no shortage of important moments in the pivotal episode, so before the most awaited series finale, we are all hoping to witness each scene unfold and get mind-blown as to how each episode in the Breaking Bad timeline comes about. What happens to Kim? What was the call about between Saul and Kim in episode 11? How is the series going to end? Better Call Saul season 6 episode 12 titled Waterworks just aired, and here's everything you may have missed. But before we go any further, watch out for major spoilers ahead, and make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons for more videos like this. In the previous episode of Season 6 of Better Call Saul, Gene-slash-Saul discovered a means to contact Francesca Liddy, his longtime confidant, who gave him the rundown of what transpired after he left Albuquerque. She said that when Kim inquired as to his well-being, she failed to provide any information. At Palm Coast Sprinklers in Titusville, Florida, he soon located Kim. Saul screamed into the phone so loudly that he damaged the phone booth even though the audience was not permitted to hear what he was saying. Gene changed tactics to amass money after the Fed seized his different offshore account, and he reactivated Jeff and Buddy for a new scheme to drug and swindle unwary wealthy suckers. When Buddy failed to execute the scheme with his final target, a cancer patient, Gene fired him and carried out the heist himself. Yes, the rumor that everyone was waiting for came true. We had a flashback to the episode of Breaking Bad where Saul was kidnapped and threatened in the desert by Walter and Jessie. Saul believed Lalo had dispatched the pair to find him. Following that, Saul wanted to keep the pair as his clients because he knew they had a terrific product and required help. Warning, speculations and spoilers ahead. On Better Call Saul Season 6 Episode 12, we flash back to Saul Goodman in his office procrastinating on whether to see the next person awaiting his law office. Francesca urged him to take them, yet he stalled her. He opened a manila package, and it contained divorce paperwork from Kim. He then phoned his assistant to let her in. Finally, Kim meets Breaking Bad. A brunette in Florida is about to have a very bad day. In the episode's opening sequence, Saul is sitting in his Breaking Bad era office bouncing a ball when he gets a call from Francesca, who asks if he realizes what time it is. He acknowledges her, and she complains that she's not going to stay overtime considering his full waiting room. Opening an envelope, we discover divorce papers for himself and Kim. He eventually calls Francesca back and asks her to send her in, implying Kim. They sign the documents together in his office while Francesca watches as the episode progresses, returning to the scene and chronology. It's a stiff and uncomfortable situation. Kim responds positively when he asks her what she thinks about his office. She doesn't get a chance to respond when Saul asks why she's moving to Florida. Since he interrupts her, he still seems sad about the way their relationship ended. He also says that she would have accepted her share of the Sandpiper profits because she might have benefited much from it. But guilt keeps her from doing so. Following the completion of the paperwork, Saul urges Kim to have a lovely life, before asking Francesca to send in the following customer, Emilio. In the first scene of Breaking Bad, Emilio, also known as the person who was dissolved in a bathtub, was one of Jesse's friends. Kim and Francesca exchanged a loaded look as Saul welcomes Emilio to the office, realizing how much Jimmy has changed since taking on the role of Saul. As she makes her way outdoors, Kim stops to smoke a cigarette and hides from the unusually heavy shower of rain that is saturating the Albuquerque countryside. Kim's cathartic trip. Kim visits the courthouse in Albuquerque after a call from Jimmy. She details Howard's demise and her and Jimmy's involvement in framing him as an addict in an affidavit. Kim gives this to Howard's wife Cheryl, who lives alone. Kim tells Cheryl that Howard was killed because he was in the wrong location at the wrong time. She tells Cheryl she doesn't know where Howard's body is, and that a search will certainly begin, but nothing will be found. Kim says the affidavit has been filed, but it's up to the courts to seek charges against Cheryl. Kim notes that evidence is lacking. Kim agrees that Cheryl could sue her. Kim never explains to Cheryl why she's sharing all this information. Later on, as she takes a shuttle to the airport, Kim begins to break down, letting all of the pent-up emotions out. She cries out loud. Letting the long-kept secret of Howard's demise out in the open is sure to be a huge weight lifted from her, but it must also be liberating that she's no longer living a lie. Will she pay for her misdeeds, or will her penance be enough to save her? Gene's scheme goes awry. While on the bus, Gene got a call from a jailhouse. In order to tell Gene that the cancer patient had woken up, fled the house to call the police, and accused Jeff of the heist. Jeff pretended to be Gene's son while communicating with him in code. By midday, Gene had offered to help him out. Gene informed Jeff's mother, Marion, over the phone of the situation and promised to drop her off and assist in bailing Jeff out. She expressed her annoyance by saying that Gene's antics would lead to her demise. When Gene brought up Albuquerque, Marion became alert and even inquired as to whether Buddy was in trouble. He claimed not to be. She put her headphones back on and watched videos. Gene arrived, and Marion wanted him to go alone. Gene looked at her laptop and noticed she was watching his old Better Call Saul Goodman television commercials. He asked if she thought the man was him, and she acknowledged him. He wondered if Jeff ratted him out, but she Googled "con man in Albuquerque," and Saul Goodman popped up. He tried to reason with her, but she went to call the police. After ripping the phone from the wall, she went for her life alert pendant. He pleaded for her to stop, as if he could hurt her. Ultimately, he didn't, and she called for help, ratting Gene T out as Saul Goodman. Then, Gene fled. Will he get caught? What did Saul say in the phone booth? On Season 6, Episode 11, Gene screamed into the phone after calling to speak with Kim Wexler. The audience were not allowed to hear what Saul said on the phone. On Episode 12, we learned what he said. How the Better Call Saul phone call leads to Season 6 finale? This call had so many negative consequences for Saul, who reverted to his old ways after smashing up the phone booth. That is clearly explained by the writer of the show, Thomas Schnoz, who said in a new interview with Hollywood Reporter, "We are talking about the concept of science and society." He's doing that because something about this telephone call caused immense pain, and we know how in the past and all that went down with Howard Hamlin and Kim hiding the truth about Lalo, the reasons why she did it, and the breakup that happened all caused a lot of pain that pushed him to go full Saul Goodman. So by the time we finally get to hear Gene's fateful phone call with Kim, we understand the life she has and the reasons why. Last week's episode implied that he didn't go full Saul until after the call ended so badly, but almost from the start, it's Saul in that phone booth, ugly and hurt and prepared to hurt Kim for not giving him what he wants out of the conversation. The longer she remains silent, the more he brags about eluding the authorities. When she suggests that he turn himself in, he mocks the very idea as hypocritical, given the role that Kim played in getting Howard killed and how she has remained silent about it for all these years. Oh, how we love that they hide Easter eggs that connect various stories from both series throughout this storytelling. Can't wait for more. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and smash that notification bell for more episodes.